I just couldn't comprehend that someone like him could do something so awful. On top of that, who was I going to tell? Certainly not my coaches, who I was afraid of. I also didn't tell my fellow teammates because the times he treated me at the ranch, besides when we were traveling and would get treatments in his room, it happened to be in the same room as all of them. A lounge where we would watch TV on a big couch and the treatment tables were behind it. I figured if he is doing this in front of my friends, it can't be that bad, right? Even the other trainer, Debbie Van Horn, who still now works for USA Gymnastics, would be in the room many of the times Larry abused me. If a trainer, a professional trainer, doesn't say anything about it, I should trust her. At least that's what I thought. In the midst of all these adults who I was scared of, Larry, you were the only one I trusted. In the end, you turned out to be the scariest monster of all. There's an eerie feeling as soon as you step foot onto the Karolyi Ranch. It is completely removed from all civilization. In the case of an emergency, the closest hospital is so far away, you need to be helicoptered there. To get to the ranch, you must drive up a dirt road for what seems like an eternity. And the closest civilization is a high-security prison 30 miles away. On top of that, there is no cell service. It's completely isolated, and that's no mistake. That is how the Karolyis wanted it.
Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hey, before the video we will continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the Notification Gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Alright, so everybody knows about Larry Nassar at this point, and his the terrible acts that he committed, the atrocities that he committed against these young girls. I was actually speaking to a victim, not of his, but someone who claimed to be a victim of groping. I don't know. And they said that, because I equate what Larry Nassar did as rape. Just because he didn't use his penis, that doesn't mean that, I equate what he did was rape. He's sticking his fingers into these young girls. I equated it to rape. So I had a young a lady said that wasn't rape, that was like it's molestation. We know what it is. No, thank you. It's molestation. We know what it is. But I equate that to rape. What he did, I equate it to rape. That's just me. So if I seem a little upset and really angry at this, it's not just because I'm looking at it like molestation, like some people are looking at it. I'm looking at it this is just straight up rape. He's raping these young girls. Anyway, Governor Greg Abbott orders criminal probe of Texas Gymnastics Ranch when Nassar did abuse. Okay, so basically this is something else y'all gotta understand. He worked in Michigan. He worked for Michigan State. He did not have a license to practice medicine in Texas, but Texas is where the Olympics hold their practices at. That's where Texas, the ranch where the gymnastics practice at is in Texas. So even though he did not have a license to practice in Texas, the Olympic Committee was still allowing for him to basically be the doctor and from what I can see, the head doctor, the training doctor or whatever, over these young girls. And in Michigan State, they were actually using his name as a recruiting tool. For everybody that doesn't know, the lady that was the head of the gymnastics team in Michigan State used his name as a recruiting tool because they would, when the possible gymnasts will be looking for whatever school they're gonna go to, when they sending them letters or whatever, they're like, yeah, well, we got Larry Nassar, and it's a big deal to have him because he's on the Olympics. Anyway, to the story. Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered a criminal investigation on Tuesday into claims that the former Dr. Larry Nassar abused some of his victims at a Texas ranch that was the training ground for U.S. women's gymnastics. Okay, first of all, if he was there and there was little girls that he could victimize also there, they were being victimized. That's just the way it is. He's a predator. Abbott ordered the Texas Rangers, the state's top criminal investigations unit, to look into the Karolyi Ranch. Oh yeah, because Karolyi is the... They need to look into that guy. That guy's the freaking he was the lead trainer or whatever they want to say for the gymnasts for years. Like, he's been working the gymnast stuff for about 20 years, 20, 30 years. So he probably needs to be looked into too. His whole everything. I just personally think everybody needs to be looked into. At this point, you have to assume everybody knew before you assume nobody knew. Because it was just too many young girls that was being raped and molested, or whatever the term you want to use. I consider it to be rape. That no one spoke out or no one tried to alert anyone. There's too many. It hosted training camps for more than a decade until earlier this year. The Walker County Sheriff's Office is already investigating. Several gymnasts have said that Nassar abused them at the ranch. Nassar was sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison last week. More than 150 women and girls have said that they were molested, that he had molested them under the guise of medical treatment. Abbott called the allegations gut-wrenching. He ordered the state investigation because the claims involved multiple jurisdictions in his state. Look, like I've been saying, you have to get down to the bottom of this. Somebody knew. Everybody that knew, they need to be held accountable. Now look, the more people they find accountable now, that makes him even look like a good leader. Because he's doing what you're supposed to be doing, rather than saying, leaving it up to other people. You understand? That's what, you know, that's why everybody can't be a leader. Everybody can't be the boss. Some people are just happy to be out of the way. Think about how many governors wouldn't even, well, at this point, it's so terrible that, you know, I would assume every governor would say, look, we got to look into this. But just imagine how many different people in political positions would have just allowed for this to be somebody else's problem. That's all I'm saying. These athletes, as well as all Texans, deserve to know that no stone is left unturned to ensure that the allegations are thoroughly vetted and the perpetrators and enablers of any such conduct is brought into justice. The people of Texas demand and the victims deserve nothing less, Abbott said. See, that's another position that I have. He wasn't the only one. There's no way that you're going to have one predator, no other predator. This ain't serial killers, y'all. This is freaking perverts. Who you think his friends were? Yeah, I'll update that later. Who you think his friends were? You think he had no friends that weren't also perverts? You don't think nobody knew? You don't think word was around? It don't work like that. Think about your job, right? Think about the person at your job, right? That lacks, you know, I'm not, wherever it might be, that's always trying to do a little bit less than everybody else. Everybody knows who that person is, right? Think about the person at your job that is known for touching stuff in the refrigerator that ain't theirs. Everybody knows who that person is, right? Think about the person at your job that is the go-getter, who's trying to get that promotion, who's working hard. Everybody knows who that person is, right? Think about that female at your job or that male at the job who's a real quick lay. Everybody knows who those two people are, right? So why wouldn't people know who the person is at the freaking job who's a little pervert for little girls or boys? People have their opinions on it. Like, nah, man, I seen some shit and that just don't look right. People knew. They need to find out, all of these people that knew, find out what they knew, and then hold them accountable. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think about this. What y'all guys think about this is way more important to me than what I think about this, because I know what I think about this. So leave it down in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. This is crazy. The craziest, most insane thing about all of this is when they finally do catch his perverted ass, it's kind of like they trying to make it seem like he was the only one. Where are the other perverts at? You know that they're there. Where are all the people that was allowing for him to freaking do this? You know that they're out there. Don't let them just get fired. Send them to jail. Hold them financially responsible. Michigan State, hold them financially responsible. The Olympics, freaking the United States Olympic Committee, hold them financially responsible. That's all I got on this one. I love y'all. Please keep your children safe. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.